Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? With a Valentine's Day tutorial. Now, ladies and gents, I would never ever wear this Valentine's Day look ever out because I'm allergic to color, but I thought it would be a really fun way to incorporate color on my channel. I'm filming this before I have class in less than an hour, so at the end, the lashes, they look a little wanky. Sorry, not sorry, I gotta go. Ladies and gents, my bad, but I can do a better lash job than this. This was one and done. I kind of threw them on and literally went like this and hoped for the best. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this look. It was super fun to create, honestly. Other than that, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Valentine's Day. I am, because I'm gonna go out with my friends and have some margaritas, because that is how I view Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is a scam to get people to spend more money. One thing I will say is though, please don't propose on Valentine's Day. I think it's the most annoying cliche thing besides Christmas that I've literally ever, it's just so annoying. Please don't do it. That's the end of that. But before we get on into the video, let's just take 1 minute here and subscribe to my channel. Obviously, if you want to watch the content first and when you get to the end, hit that subscribe button. Also cool, chill, down with it. Or hit that notification bell if you actually want to get notified when I post videos. But without further ado, let's jump on into this video. And I'm just going to take a Sephora Pro contouring highlighting brush, blend that concealer out on my eyelids. I just feel like this is the perfect shape to really get in all the contours of your eye and really blend everything out effortlessly. So without saying the lids, I'm actually going to go right into this dark shade right here, Love That, because I find if you start with the deeper shades and work towards like the lighter ones, it blends out a bit better. So that is what we're going to do. I'm going to take that on my Morphe M506 brush. Now here's my problem. I always go way too high with all of the deeper shades. So I'm almost making a semicircle and pressing that below the crease. So this way when we blend it out later, it's not going to be too far up. After I cleaned off that brush, I'm just going to use the same M506 brush and go in to Skip down here. And again, just tap that on top. Look how pretty that is. Then I'm going to be taking a Morphe E17 brush, which is a little bit fluffier, but the same kind of density as the last one. And I'm going to be taking that shade Pinkity Drinkity right here and layering that right on top. Then I'm just going to go back with whatever's left on that Morphe M506 brush and just blend that out a tad. Then go back in with the E17 and Pinkity Drinkity and just keep kind of layering. After that, I'm going to go in with my E18 brush from Morphe, which is, again, kind of like those same bristles, but it's much denser than both of the brushes we've used previously. And I am just going to take the shade, what is this? I'm going to take the shade Benny right here, the really dark brown shade, almost black, and pack that on right underneath where we put Love That. I'm going to go back in with Love That. And just blend that shade Benny out. Now that we've really laid down those shades, I'm going to go in with the Colourpop concealer again in Pharaoh 8. And look up. Great. Ignore the little bit of concealer up there. That was a mistake. It got on my eyelashes. Love when that happens. And we're just gonna cut that crease. Make a semicircle. That, my friends, is how you get rid of unwanted product. And now we're just gonna do the exact same thing to the other eye. Now that the crease is cut, I'm going to go in with the Sigma Eye Shading E55 brush. And I'm just going to first wet that, or soak that, and go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Wild Child shade, which is this beautiful pink color. And press that right over that concealer that we just laid down. Then I'm just going to go back into the Morphe M506 brush with the James Charles palette in Love That. We're just barely going to tap that on the edge. Then I'm going to go in with my roller liner from Benefit and just quickly do a slight line just to hide the lash band when we apply the fake lashes. Then I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and remove any of the fallout. Alright, so I just zoomed you guys out a little bit, so we're going to move on to the face, then go back to the eyes at the end to apply the lashes, do the eyebrows, all that stuff. First, just going to go in with my Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer and apply that to the center of my face. So after that, I'm just going to be taking my Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation in the shade 1.1 and applying that all over my face. And now, since the eyes are so heavy in this look, I really want to kind of focus on leaving the skin a little bit more, I don't want to say natural because this is more of a medium full coverage foundation, but I want to focus on the skin being a little bit more lightweight, natural, in quotes, because honey, this is not natural. Then I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Sand. Now with this concealer, less is more, so I always like to go with a little bit first and then afterwards I'll kind of layer up if I need to. But most of the time I don't really need to add any more than it already has. I've also kind of stayed away from the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in my everyday makeup routine just because I find that whenever I take flash photos, it always is as white as snow underneath my eyes, and I don't really understand why, because it's not the powder I'm using. I've tried it with different powders and concealers, and it's just for some reason this concealer always, it doesn't have flashback, but it just always comes back so white underneath my eyes. Like the rest of my face is fine. Wherever I put the rest of the concealer, like my nose and my forehead and my chin, it doesn't do that. It's just so strange that it always just does that right underneath my eyes. Then I'm actually just going to jump back to my tried and true Lancome Contour Stick in the shade Buff. Haven't used this guy in a hot minute. Ooh, that guy's a little far. Oh well. Just going to set my face with the Cover FX powder. I like to press the powder underneath my eyes with a beauty sponge. Then I'll just take my Morphe E41 brush and kind of just lightly set the rest of my face. Then I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques brush. Again, I never remember the name of this one, and also it's rubbed off, so oops, it's very old. Then I'm going to go in with the first shade in the Kat Von D Contour palette. We're just going to add a smidge more of this to the skin, focusing primarily on the forehead. When that's done, I'm going to go in with my Milani Baked Blush in the shade Dolce Pink and apply that with the e.l.f. blush brush. And I've never actually used this brush until recently for blush, and it actually really applies the product evenly and very beautifully to the skin. I used to use it to swipe away powder underneath my eyes, but I indeed like it for the blush as well. Take a little bit of Hourglass bronzer with my Hakuhuru Sephora brush. Honestly, I never know again what the name of this one is because it's not in English, so. And this is the shade Radiant Light, which is a darker one, so I always just go in with a little bit of product, not too much, because it isn't my shade when it's not the summer. And last off for the face, I'm going to go in with the Ofra Tried and True Glazed Donut Highlighter from Nikkie Tutorials. I love this one. It comes up white on my skin, but I feel like for this look it will go. And I'm going to use the Morphe M5 110 brush. Oh, that was a lot. Yikes. Okay, that was a little bit too much. Then I'm just gonna put a little bit on the tip of my nose and down the bridge of my nose as well. Ooh, again, a little bit of this goes a really long way. And now that the skin is done, we're gonna go back on into the eyes. Alrighty, so welcome back, guys. We're first just gonna comb out these eyebrows because they are a mess. And then I'm just gonna go in with my Anastasia Brow Wiz and lightly fill in my brows. I'm just not a fan of super intense brows nowadays. I kind of just like to almost line the bottoms and fill them in a tiny bit so it doesn't look like I have one line on the bottom, and then put a little bit of brow gel, and that's about it. Brows have just not been a priority lately. Then we're going to go back in with the Morphe M506 brush, and we're just going to apply a little bit of that color Skip on the lower lash line. And now I'm just going to be taking that same Ofra highlighter in the shade Glazed Donut and a Coastal Scents very tiny detailing brush and apply that really white highlighter to my inner corner because, come on, you guys know this wouldn't be a Grace tutorial if there was not an inner corner highlight because I cannot live without them. And then just take a little bit of whatever's left over on the brush and kind of put it right underneath my brow bone. Now let me tell you something, I have been growing out my eyebrows now for like a month, so they look crazy, and that's okay because we're growing them out and I want them to be big and full and beautiful and luscious. That's just not what they are right now. I'm just putting a little bit of my Caution Hourglass mascara on my eyelids, on my eyelashes. And I'm just putting a little bit because whenever I put on false lashes, I don't find the need to put so much product on because we're just kind of hiding it. I don't need my lashes to look amazing because it doesn't really matter. The lashes are just going to cover them anyway. So just a little bit of mascara. And then we're going to go in with the Hipster Lashes from Sephora collection. Throw a little bit of Duo Lash Glue on there. Alright, I'm just going to pop these guys on. Alright, here's the thing, guys. I know these lashes look like they're coming off because they are. I just don't have time to fix them because I have to go to school, and I'm taking this shit off before I go to school because, I don't know, I mean, the last time I walked into my marketing class with a pink eyeshadow look was, never. So like I said, we're just gonna give up on those. I don't have the time to fix them. And a little bit of mascara on the bottom lashes. Okay, it's actually really bothering me with the lashes, so I'm gonna have to fix them. So just about 30 years later, we're going to move on to putting on the lips. I'm using the Ofra Cosmetics Nude Potion. And I just take a little bit, kind of smear it on my lips. Even though it is a liquid lipstick, my lips are extremely dry right now, so I don't have the time nor patience for that. I'm going to go in with the Buxom Lip Gloss in the shade White Russian. Apply that. And that, my friends, is the finished Valentine's Day look. I ran out of setting spray, so we don't have that either. But if I did, I would use it. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to see anything in the future, let me know. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. And I hope you get to eat lots of food on Valentine's Day and not feel bad about yourself because that's what I'm going to do. Adios!